Welcome everyone, my name is Marc, I'm a personal trainer and sports scientist, and this is the series of my most frequently asked questions on the internet regarding health, fitness and nutrition. Today we're finding out what is your target heart rate. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome back everyone. So when we talk about what is your target heart rate, it's not that easy to answer because you're going to see there are two parts of this question and you can skip ahead in the description box below. The first thing we're going to be exploring is how to calculate your maximum heart rate, which is pretty simple. And the other thing is what are your target heart rate zones, or what are they in general? So let's get started with number one, how to calculate your maximum heart rate. And that's pretty simple and straightforward. All you really do is you take 220, the number 220, minus your age, and the number which comes out is your maximum heart rate in beats per minute. That's how it's measured. So for example, if you're 30 years old and the calculation is 220 minus 30 is 190. So 190 is your maximum heart rate, and that's what everything else has been calculated off of. And you use something like this, like a Polar watch. These ones do this stuff for you. So basically you put that on, you got some like a little stripe, you put it around your chest and measures your heartbeat all the time. But before you start, you populate this watch with all your stuff like your age, gender and so on and so forth. And then it also calculates obviously your target heart rate. And then when you say, well, I want to do, let's say HIIT training, like high intensity training, then obviously the watch will know what to do. But we're going to be exploring that in more detail now because you don't have this watch, you don't know how to do this. So let's talk about the second question. Just a little plug here, if you want this watch, there's a link in the description box below. Now when it comes to what are your heart rate zones, I'm going to blend in a little table which should be here at the bottom so you can have a look at it, and it basically gives you level 1 to 5 and they're in different colors as well. So very light exercise or heart rate would be 50 to 60% of your maximum heart rate, which we just calculated. So from the 190 BPMs, you take 50% of that. And if you then spend around 20 to 40 minutes within that target heart rate, it will help you to warm up, recovery, that kind of thing. It's not really to do anything else. It's like a warming up, easing into the exercise. Level 2 is called light. That's the blue bit, which you can see there. That is around 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. You can spend 40 to 80 minutes within that, and the benefits are you improve general base fitness, improve recovery, and it boosts your metabolism. Now, the third stage is moderate exercise, which you hear a lot of people talk about, and that's 70 to 80% of your maximum heart rate again, and you spend anything between 10 to 40 minutes within that. The benefit of this is it enhances your general training pace, it makes moderate intensity efforts easier, and it improves efficiency. Now level 4 is the orange one. That is around 80 to 90% of your maximum heart rate again, and you spend anything between 2 to 10 minutes within that heart rate zone. The benefit is to increase the ability to sustain high speed endurance. So level 5 is the maximum intensity. It's 90 to 100% of your full output of your target heart rate zone. So you probably, if you're 30, you might be hitting the 190, which is your absolute highest in terms of your age. You probably can't spend more than 5 minutes in that sort of target heart rate zone. Well, I definitely can't. And the benefit is it maximizes your efforts, breathing and muscle, and pushes your lactic efforts in terms of resistance. How resistant are you to lactic acid, and so on and so forth. Right, when it comes to HIIT training, there's one big misconception, and I just want to plug that in here because I know a lot of people ask me this and they say, Mark, yeah, what about HIIT training? The one thing you need to know about HIIT training, it is only freaking effective if you do it like here in level 5 in the red zone. So every time you're doing the exercise, and whatever protocol you use, you can do the high intensity protocol, the Tabata protocol, and it's something like you have 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So 20 seconds you do your full out, your 90 to 100% maximum effort, and then you've got 10 seconds off, like a little break, and then you go again, 20 seconds full blast out, 10 seconds off. You repeat that 8 times, then you got your 4 minutes of the Tabata protocol. And this only works, and you will only reap the rewards of this if you're able to push yourself 90 to 100% of your maximum output. Everyone else who's bumming around and doing something like 60 to 70% and they're sweating like, oh my god, I'm doing all this exercise, it's not gonna get you where you want to be in terms of fat loss, the afterburn effect, and all these things which come with the benefits of high intensity interval training. So I'm gonna make a separate video on this, but this is just a little thing you should know. If you want to push yourself to the hardest, you need to make sure to go into your maximum effort. And the way it feels like you want to fucking throw up. If you ever sprinted 100 meters full out, once you hit that finish line after 100 meters and you're like, oh yeah, I'm fine, let's do it again, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you finish that finish line and you're like, you don't want to talk to anyone, because you just feel like you need to throw up, or you just need air, you collapse on the floor, then you got the intensity, my friends. That is how you get results. And that's also why high intensity training I don't recommend for beginners, because a beginner to push themselves to that level, they're like, Mark, I'm leaving the gym, I hate this fucking shit. Because to be able to push yourself to that limit where you nearly throw up, it's like, who wants to do that? No one really, but that's what gets the result. So that's why you ease yourself into this. That's why it's called beginner stages, and that's why it has all these nice colors, and that's how this all works. So I hope this video helped you guys. If you like this stuff, punch the like button, punch the subscribe button. I'm a sports scientist qualified to answer these questions. If you have anything else, leave a comment in the comment box. I'll see you in the next one.